have just left Chaguaramas in Trinidad for the last time.
We're cruising again.
We are officially cruising again. So we have been here since
4 months ago.
Barrel, which was in July. With the exception of a 10-day trip that we went home for. So yeah, it's been a long couple of months in a very industrial anchorage where you really can't get in the water or swim or enjoy the water in any capacity. So we are super ready to be leaving. And we are actually just going around about 25 miles around the corner to Maracas Bay, which is apparently a pretty popular beach bay.
Still in Trinidad.
Still in Trinidad. And then tomorrow morning we will make the jump over to Tobago. So Tobago should be much nicer blue water with a lot of reefs and decent snorkeling, and hopefully not 4 million oil rigs and diesel and garbage floating in the water. So we'll see. And then from there, if things go the way we hope, we'll head to Barbados and then kind of head up the chain north a little bit until we figure out exactly where we want to go and start making our crossing west.
Yeah, we're thinking maybe Beckway for Thanksgiving, and then Virgin Islands eventually for somewhere around Christmas or New Year's.
Yeah. So anyway,
and then west.
And then west.
West.
So really excited to be moving again in a more permanent.
Not coming back.
Yeah, in a more permanent way, not just moving from one nasty bay to another nasty bay. So anyway, so you guys will see what we see.
Bye.
Bye. So we are cruising with 2 different boats this trip. We've got Carlina, Earl and Joyce, who have the same boat that we have. And then we have Snoopin, who's in a catamaran, which is right back there behind us. So, yeah, new people to spend a little bit of time with.
Not very often you get to cruise with another caliber. So.
No, not very often at all. So we're excited about that. It'll be nice when we get to make our jump tomorrow with hopefully some wind to see how we sail against them. We're betting on them, but you know, it'll be fun anyway. Bye, Trinidad. Yeah. So long to Chaguaramas and South Bay, where we spent all of our time. Little rain shower, got everything kind of steamy. There's Carlina, right there. That's a pretty cool cave. Wonder how far in you can go. Probably pretty spooky. Uh-huh. Not many houses on this side at all. I guess because it's exposed. Okay guys, we've made it to our staging point, or almost. We're getting ready to pull into, what's it called? What's the bay?
Gulf of Paria, which, I mean...
Well, Gulf of Paria is the body of water.
Well, that's the body of water on the other side of Trinidad. So
Okay.
That's what it says on Navi.
That's what the bay says too? Okay.
Last Cubas Bay
Okay.
is what we just passed.
Okay.
So this is just a point past that.
an open anchorage that we're gonna spend the night in, and then tomorrow we'll run a little bit further down.
20 miles up the coast.
And then we'll cut over to Tobago. It's been a little bumpy out here today. We had 2 little storms we went through, or rain showers that were, fairly significant, and the seas are a little bumpy. So hopefully that'll settle down some for tomorrow. Oh, that's more than we thought. It was 3 foot. I thought it was maybe 3 meters. Alright, I thought you gave me 3 with 9 seconds. Is what you told me, 3 to 4. Anyway, so it might be a little bumpy tomorrow, but anyway, I'll let you see where we're coming into anchorage-wise.
Shallower than where we
Oh, yeah. I wonder what Earl's anchored in. Where are you thinking we're gonna go? Like in front of the little beach? Rolly. Alright, so this is this cutie little bay. Snooping up there, trying to get settled, and Carlina over there also trying to get anchored. We're gonna sit tight, wait for them to get settled down, and then figure out where we want to drop the hook. It's gonna be a rolly night here. I don't know if you can tell in the camera, but we're definitely rolling back and forth. There's a swell coming in, there's a swell coming in around that little point right there, and then comes in and hits the land, and then how do you say that word? Reverberates back. So it just makes the boat do this. Okay, Ken was not happy with his spot, so he is moving. Be up there? Or?
Yeah.
How deep is it?
24. Go ahead and drop. Alright, let me back down on that. We're going to put out 150. Feel. Not skipping. Good? Alright, put on another 50. Alright, we're here. Hang it over now.
All right, we're here. We're anchored. We're in front of a pretty little beach for the evening, and it's actually not as rolly as I thought it was gonna be.
It's not calm by any means.
No, it may feel differently downstairs in the salon. It always feels a lot less rolly upstairs, up in the cockpit. So we'll see how it is. But anyway, we'll get some rest tonight, and we'll get up and leave here early. I would imagine at the crack of dawn. Probably, you know, sometime around 5 a.m. We'll be getting ready to go because we've got about, how far?
19 miles, and then it's about an 8.5-hour sail.
8.5-hour sail to get where we're going in Tobago, and then we have to take a cab into the town and get checked in, which I don't know what kind of fiasco that's going to be based on, you know, our last check-in process in Trinidad. So we want to try and get that done and out of the way as soon as possible. But anyway, it's a good day. Nice to be back on the water. Nice to be moving again, cruising instead of sitting and spending money. So we'll keep you posted on what's going on, and you'll see what we see. Good morning, guys. It was a rough night.
That was a miserable day.
Yeah. I don't know if you can like kind of grasp the amount of roll in this boat right now. But that's exactly how it was all night long. So, neither one of us have had any sleep, and I took a sleeping pill. That's how bad it was. So yeah, I need to grab a hold of something. So yeah, really rough night here off of the coast of Trinidad. We've got about a mile. We've got about about 10 miles.
10 miles or so.
About 10 miles up the coast we still need to go before we cut over to Tobago based on the wind. We are supposed to get some south or southeasterly winds, which will hopefully allow us to sail over to Tobago and hopefully even out the current in the boat a little bit.
So we're going to motor up the coast and pick up a strong current. So
Yeah.
we're going to get it as far east as possible and then cut over.
And we've got about, what do you say, 5-foot swells?
Yeah.
About 5-foot swells today. Luckily there's an okay space between them. It's not great, but it is going to be a really bumpy, rolly, nauseous, throw-uppy kind of trip. So,
Hope not to throw.
yeah, I hope not either, but I'm feeling pretty seasick at the moment. I've had to go downstairs about 3 times already since we were underway, and then even just putting up the anchor today. You know, I kind of have to sometimes get upside down and looking down, and that's very difficult. That throws everything off for me, equilibrium-wise. So yeah, I'm not feeling great. I'm gonna sit back here in a chair in a few minutes and just kind of relax and see if I can stare at the horizon and kind of level things out a little bit. But it's not gonna be a fun morning. Hopefully, once we get past Trinidad and on our way to Tobago, things will level out. So anyway, we'll keep you posted. It is a pretty
morning.
Yeah, it is a pretty morning. It's a really beautiful shoreline, so I'll turn the camera over and let you kind of see a little bit of what we're passing as the sun rises. So we'll see what we see. the